Well, if anybody is watching this and can hear me, bear with me just one moment because I'm trying to sort a few things out. Because I'm out of practice and I cocked it up. Right, deal with that later. Why are we now not live streaming? You okay?
Yeah.
What's up? Right, we do appear to be live. Could you do me a favour? Could you
Open the live, put a message in the chat, seeing if I can hear it.
Yeah.
See it.
Yeah, so Ewan knows what to do. How do I get back to this now? Oh. Well, I am here. I'm just out of shot. You can probably see me doing stuff down here on the computer. Yes, we are here. Right, let's try and do something. I'm going to turn this around here so I can see it over here. Or hopefully see it over here somewhere. And let's get me into shot. Wait for this thing to catch up. Blow me out, that is delayed. So if this is working, welcome to a very quiet at the moment workshop, but also a very untidy workshop. Ewan's gone away to check on his phone and everything to make sure the sound and audio is all right. Hopefully he's going to put a message up to tell me that it's all right. If not, we've got a problem. So the plan, this impromptu plan for today, was to kind of tidy up the workshop a bit, try and get this sorted out. I'll explain more about that in a minute. Syringes from fishing, that needs sorted out as well. But yeah, hopefully we're all good. I haven't actually seen myself in the monitoring live stream yet, so I don't know what sort of quality it's like. It looks as though it's all right. I've just seen myself come into shot. So, did you get it to work?
No, I've not been able to open it yet.
All right. What are you doing?
So,
You don't need to do that just now, Ewan. You don't need to do it just now.
yeah, I've already started doing it. That's why. Just finish it.
All right. Well, I'd like you to check that if possible, so I can.
Do it as soon as I go upstairs.
Right. So yeah, if it is working and the sound is good, we're all live. We're all good. But at the moment, I don't know. So I could be talking to you, just waving my hands around, and you're not hearing anything I'm saying. If you could let me know soonest, Ewan, please. So, if this is working, what we've got in front of me here just now is our shuttle shuttle plus. I think I've done some videos on this one before. Basically got it in a deal, and it's effectively free to us because of how much we paid for the deal and what else we got out of the deal. So basically just put it back together, got it flying, and now it's just a case of tweaking it. Last time out, that's all a bit tight. Why is that tight? Last time out, the tracking was all out, but it was the last flight of the day, so we were like, right, we'll sort that out at home or next time. But then on the way home, or when we got here, Ewan noticed that the tail output shaft was wobbling around, and the outer bearing on that shaft is now in 4 pieces. Again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see on camera, but it's in 4 pieces with no balls in it. So easy enough job. Just get some new bearings, 5 by 5 by 8, I think, from memory. I've got the right ones here anyway. They're fitted onto the shaft. New bearings on there, lovely bearings. Okay, Ewan, it's all good, sounds all good. Right, okay, marvellous, thank you. So the shaft is all good to go back in, no wear on it or anything. But when I was putting it back together, or when I went to go and put it back together, the original tail case, put the shaft into the tail case, and the bearing is wobbling around in the tail case. So I found a new tail case, a new second-hand tail case that I had in parts box. It's got a bearing in it, which feels all right, but I'm going to change it anyway, just because I don't know the state of it. It does actually feel all right with the shaft in there. If anything, it's a bit squinty, but I'll knock that out, and then we can get the whole thing. Don't need to knock it out; it's just come out on the shaft. And then we can get the whole thing built back up. So that's not going to come off there easily, so that can stay there. So yeah, this live, it's an impromptu one I hadn't planned, but I haven't done any filming for a fair while, so I thought I'd do a live, bring up to speed, do something a bit different I haven't done for a long time, and just so you can see what a Saturday afternoon looks like in the workshop. question for anybody watching this right now, and I'll probably ask later on. Last video that went out, I think last night ago, 550 video. Some of you might or might not have noticed that the thumbnail was different, and that's fully AI generated. I want your thoughts on it. I don't know if I like it because it's a bit too different to what I'm used to doing. But if people do like it and it's attractive and makes you want to watch the video, let me know. And I'll maybe try something like that. The thought process for today now is to work on this and get this done. After that, I don't know, but I need to have a good tidy up. But if you've got any comments or questions or thoughts, whatever, stick them in the live chat, probably on that side of your screen. If you're on laptop, if you're on mobile, I don't know where the hell it is, but it'll be somewhere. I can see them all here. I should be able to answer any questions that you've got. If you've got any questions for anything that you can see as well, let me know. It's like I want to try and make this like a community. What would you call it? An interaction. So if we can, brilliant. But my goal just now is to try and figure out how to put this helicopter back together. So the periods of silence. Who's that? What's the -99? What's the what? Don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know and I might be able to answer it. Right. So that roller there has got bearing and a spacer in it. Right, that's not seating properly. That one is. Right, that's bearing is in. Yeah, -99, just if you're going to elaborate on your question, I think it looks like you've got halfway through typing something. Right, sorry, typing in the sun. What is the latest on your Morris 25? On your Morris 25, I want to build an electric version. Morris 25 is in stock over there. You can buy them straight through the website. Certainly if you're in the UK, we'll ship them out ideally next day or the day after. Outside the UK, we can ship them, but with everything that's going on in the world just now and various tariffs and things, it does make it more difficult. But we'll do our best to get them to you. If where you are you can't order it through the website because the website won't allow to your destination, drop us an email and we'll sort it out. Electric version, the recommended setup for the Morris is what we use in the UK here is the E2K setup. So that's a 35, I'm trying to remember exactly now, 3530, I think it's a 3530 1400 kV motor on 4S, 80 amp speed controller and an 8x6 prop. The kit comes now with the additional parts to convert it to electric in the airframe. So it's three additional formers, which you change out with the ones that are in the kit, but it's detailed in the kit how to do it. But I'm always at the end of an email to answer questions on how to do it, and I can get pictures and whatnot. We've got one here, fuselage here, that's been modified. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but the original firewall would be there. That's changed out with another former, and then the firewall's moved forwards, and the motor's just bolted to that, and then that's it converted. Battery sits, well, in this case here, so you can cut out a hatch for a battery. And 4S 2200 fits in perfectly and is more than enough for the model. There's actually videos on our channel. You have to scroll back through or search for Myris 25, and there's a black one flown by Simon on exactly that setup. And they fly brilliantly. They fly fast, they fly slow. I'm not trying to sell them to you, but they're great models. And I said they are in stock. I think I've got 2 over there just now. We have got the 40s as well. We haven't found yet a recommended setup that we are happy to say that is what to use. But they can be converted in exactly the same way. They just don't come with the conversion parts. For the sake of cutting a square of ply to bolt an electric motor to, it's an easy conversion. It's just knowing what power setup to use. They probably fly on 4S, probably a slightly bit bigger motor, I guess. There is one guy who I haven't seen the final results of, had a Morris 40 kit off me, and he heavily modified it. I can't stress that enough. He heavily modified the kit, and he put 14S in it, 14S. He's seriously into it, and he knew what he was doing, and he took all the responsibility for what happened to the model. I don't know how well it flew, but I knew it was going to be ballistic. I did see some pictures of it going together, but other than that, I don't know. So 25, 4S, easy. 2200 4S packs, and they go together really well. Hope that answers your question. Right, so that's long ones. That's going to be a long one. Which one is it, I wonder, for? There, I'm guessing it's that. Maybe not. No problem, no problem at all. Right, why can't I get a bolt through there? It's got to be that one, because, why because? Because that's a longer one, therefore the fin, that's got to go in there, like that. Two shorter ones go in there. That's got to be a longer one that goes in there. So why can't I get that to line up? So it goes through that way. What am I doing wrong here? Right, let's find something very small and very thin. That hunky will do. Why does that feel as though it's threaded going in there? I don't think that should be threaded. But that's why, yeah, I do remember now, that's why the stiff nut was on the outside here. Roller still rolls. Every helicopterist's friend is some thread lock. So yeah, if there's any questions from me, just pop them in the comments. And as I said, I'll do my damnedest to answer them. If I mentioned there, you might or might not have heard, depending on when you joined us. I mentioned there our website, www.njrmodelling.co.uk. That's where you can find all the kits that we do and supply, and the accessories as well. We are currently, as we speak, out of stock of blob slope saws, but they are coming. And they should be here pretty soon, actually. Right, so that's all good, that's all tight. The fin is the last to go on there with those long bolts, but one of these was bent to God knows what. So, let's see if we've got some M3 that size. Of course we're going to have some M3 that size, isn't it? Just like that one. And that one. Nope, that's not long enough. That one. Two of them. Be good if it could be a bit more noisy and have some background music or something. But probably get a copyright strike for doing that. So I'm not going to. While I think about it as well, I do have some rambling thoughts. But if you're into helicopters and you found our channel, we don't produce, market, sell helicopters normally. But a good friend of mine does. And if you're looking for older helicopter stuff or even newer stuff, Stuart over at rchelitrader.co.uk. He's as we speak, traveling north to go and buy a whole load of helicopters and bring them back north to us. If you need any bits and pieces, give him a shout, because he's got hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of parts. And if he hasn't got what you want, he can probably find it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he comes back with. I suspect it's all going to be good stuff. But until he comes back, I don't know. So on this tail gearbox assembly now, the pitch slider needs to be taken out of the original one, because it didn't come with that, but that's just a straight swap. But it's got to go through that way. That's right. And now if I can do this without dropping stuff on the floor, that'd be good. Still free, which is even better. Which means that one there. Why have I got a spare nut? That's always annoying. Spare nut. What the hell's that nut going to be for? They've both got them on. That one there, is there one? No. That's got one. Maybe that was already in the case. Why is that not going on? No, that's tight. Right. So really, for now, that's just about as far as I get with that, because this tail rotor assembly is held on by a grub screw. And the grub screw coming out basically rounded, so I had to butcher it to get it out. That's only an M3 grub screw, so I'll just buy some more. So I bought some M3 by 3, and of course it's M3 by 6, isn't it? So they're still coming, When our Saturday, probably be Monday, maybe Tuesday they arrive. So I can't do really much more. I suppose I could just slide it in place. And get the pitch slider working. So we'll take that screw out. Didn't think about this, did you, Nick? Is it actually? Oops. Yes. And yeah, for anybody that's asking, I do talk to myself a lot. I do question myself a lot. And it would be good to have some background music here. I normally have the radio on most of the time. So I was wondering if I can see how many people are actually watching. That's tight. And that's tight. That's not going to fall off easily. So all I'm missing now is one grub screw, and that is back ready to fly another day. They can go in the bin, that can go in the bin so somebody doesn't try and use it again, like me. Right, can we see how many people are watching? I thought there was a way we can see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many people are watching. It used to be a way, it used to show you at the bottom. Shows you how long I haven't done this for. Right. I can put this away for just now. Maybe even put it on charge. No, it doesn't need put on charge, does it? Cycled it the other day. Should be right. Right, the question is, where the hell is it going to live? Because I do need to tidy up this bench. That was one of the reasons for me coming out here. Is I should tidy up the place. So many random bits and pieces here. But part of tidying up means I can get on with other things, which means I can film other things for you people. That isn't mine, but it can go over here. In fact, I think the shawl can go over there as well. Looks tidy already. So one of the things that, one of the problems I've got out here just now is that I don't think you'll be able to see much in shot. Excuse me. There's a lot of fishing tackle and stuff around. We've actually been doing a fair bit of fishing recently, which is one of the reasons why we haven't had many videos. I did start another channel for the fishing, but we haven't done enough fishing or good fishing to warrant filming huge amounts for it. So there's not many videos on there. But it's one of the things that's going to develop. It's not so much I've taken a back seat from model stuff, or throttled back on it, so to speak, is that it's something else that I just want to do and be involved with and spend time doing. Fishing, that is. And all the time I haven't got content here that I'm happy to film and be worthwhile footage, there's no point filming it, which is one of the things I set out from the beginning. And I say quite often is I don't film it unless it's worth putting to you guys. I'm not going to make a 10-minute video just to say hi, but whatever, just for the sake of putting a video out to meet the algorithm. I'd rather wait until there's worthy content, like doing a build or something like that, to bring something like that to you. I am planning on doing, we've got Ewan's Raptor 90, which we might film tomorrow, depending on what we're doing, to get that finished and set up and ready to go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models that are part built, 2 of which is content, but my heart's not in it just now. The other models are models for us, which are kits, prototypes that we're doing. On the what you're seeing, you can't actually see them just now. But we've got the Aces, we've got Starjets. Starjet is just about, well, it's half covered. I just need to sit down and cover it. And the Aces, one of which is being glassed, needs its second coat of resin on it, a flow coat. And the other one, I think it's just about ready for covering. No, I've got to put the wing. That's what I had to do. I've got to put the wing, what do you call it? Fairing on. And the same with the other one that's been glassed. Totally forgot to put the wing fairing on. So I need to epoxy that on, shape it, sand it, and then glass over that. And then there's lots of filling and sanding, which is fine. It's all part of the hobby. But it's trying to get a clear bench to do it. And we've got a relatively clear bench now, but it's everything else that's laying around. We've got, do you know what? So I've got something to do, instead of just talking at you lot, is I've got my flight box here, which I know is in a shite state. Excuse my French. What do you like use as flight boxes? What, answer me that. This is my flight box. I've had this for, Christ, probably the best part of 30 years. I had it I bought this in 99 or 2000, something like that. And it's showing its age, but it's getting there. And it's still doing its thing. But it collects all the crap. When I say collects, I mean stuff gets dumped in there. So like now, quite often, I just take everything out and see what's there. And see what's not there. Christ, when the hell did I last use one of them? So far, this bit isn't too bad. That's probably a blunt knife. That's a bit useless knife. Don't know whose that is. I don't know. That's mine. Alright, so tools wise, it's not too bad. Not too untidy in there. That's it, guys. If you do have any questions for me, I'm just here rambling. Happily answer any questions that you might have. Plug spanner. That isn't even in there yet. Oh, is it? No. They shouldn't be in there. They should. All right, that can be in there. That can be in there. Not quite sure why there's a file in there. That's something handy, and I know. Where did I put it? Leatherman. Oh, Leatherman type tool. Always handy to have. Glow start is I was sitting over here. Oh, when I say glow start, I mean like a glow driver. Right. That side's done. Happy with that. Apart from it doesn't close. What crap have we got over here? Some wing bolts. Plugs. Some lead, so that can go in there as well. That side's actually not too bad. Keys for the box. Saddle clamps. More lead. Actually, I think I'm going to take the lead out of here. Try and keep it all in one place. Pitch gauge still in its packet. A random servo. I don't know why I've got a random brand new servo in there. Glue sticks. More lead. And a spark plug. What's that out of? There's 38 spark plug. Does anybody else do this? Like, does it accumulate crap in a flight box? Or is it just me and Ewan? I know that when we're at the field and this box is out, those sort of things get dumped into here just for someone to put them. But for example, like these glue sticks here, I can't remember the last time we used these. Not this size, these are the 7mm ones or whatever size they are, the smaller than standard ones. Right, let's pull out some other stuff. I'm sure most people will know what these are, certainly if you run Zenoas. And I've got 2 of them. Right, now this is one of the things that I was falling down on, is rubber bands. Now, I do have, off camera, a load of brand new rubber bands. Right, there's an example. That, so I think not even very good. Glue gun. We don't fly foamies enough to warrant having this in the flight box. But that runs off a 3S battery, but it's Dean's, so there's only 3 batteries that we've got that could work off. Glow lead, spare glow lead, so there should be a battery here, which there is. And I'll probably stick that on charge just shortly. Cable ties, again, always handy to have. A starter that I haven't used in years, but it's for little tiny engines like Coxes and things like that. And it's had the spinner cone reduced to nothing, so I probably won't put that back in the flight box just now. Bigger tool, another glow start. Starter, spare starter. Oh my god. Some of these handy bits and pieces that you might need one day, or you have needed on a previous occasion at the flying field, and they've never left the flight box. They should be in there. This was long overdue in doing. So now let's find another set of Allen keys, because I'm sure I've got a set of them in there. Yes, so this is the set from here. So I was just thinking I probably could have job I was doing the other day at the field, I probably could have done with these spanners. No, I couldn't. Oh, there's so much crap in there. Another pitch gauge. I know exactly what that is. Gosh, I need to just take handballs out here. So this is all just rubbish that accrues. And a glow plug. So, handfuls of it out. Let's empty it. And then figure out what, if anything, is to be kept. bits have broken something. Now what I haven't got in here, which I should have, is my random bolts box, which I purposely keep in there because you always need random bolts and screws. But I now need to find where that is. Don't think it's that one. No, is it that one? There's one like that. It's not that one. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, why this place needs tidied up properly. Because I can't find stuff. And I can't even think where the other box might be. But it is to go in here. Right. So, things that I know are going back in here. Tape can go in there. Charge leads. No, not charge leads. Glow leads. I'll keep one out for charging the battery. The other one can go in. That I'll never use because of the starters we've now got. Bits of tube, right, spanners, big spanners. They can all go in. Plug, starter. Let's start the starter. So that's not going to work for me because 6BA. Let's get this tube out of the way. Right, syringe for fueling purposes can go in. Bit of spiral wrap. Whole piece of fuel tube can go in. That's a bigger piece. It's a smaller bit that can go in. And a couple of the newer looking pieces of Tygon. Everything else can sit over here for a rainy day and be sorted out later on. That's a glue stick. Right, it's latent rubbish. Cable ties. I'm curious to know if there's a way I can see who is watching. I wonder if I can do that another way. What happens if I do that? No. Are we still here? Yeah, we're still here. It's a bit frustrating because I knew there used to be a way you could see pop out dashboard. What does that mean? Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted, but I couldn't see it. Right, I can now see who's watching and when. So yeah, if anybody is watching this and they're curious, ask me questions. Happy to answer whatever I can when I can. At the minute I am trying to sort out my flight box and I seem to have more rubber bands in a rubber band factory. Servos. Nope. I now need a rubbish pile. I can go there just now. So I don't know the condition of all of these because they've been sat in the flight box. There's God knows how many open packets I've just found in here. I think all of the loose ones together could probably make up their own whole packet. It is a bit quiet here by myself. As I said earlier, I normally have the radio going, but not allowed to do that on this sort of thing because you get told off. But if there was some music I could play, that's why I stretched them to test them. If there was some music I could play, I would. Right. Let's put all of these into one bag. They're all little ones. They're all little ones, so we've got more little ones I want to shake a stick at. They're all little ones that need tied up. And they're little ones. So if we keep those little ones, and then we get some sixes, 8, 6, and an 8. So I've got 4, 6, and 8-inch bands. This lot can go there for just now. This lot is going in the bin. Right, we're getting there. That's to go in there. They are no good to Metal Beast, but they take a charger. So they can sit in there just in case. So I have had need for croc clips. Lead, where's lead gonna sit? That can all sit in the box. That's heaviest, isn't it? Do I want to put that glue gun back in there? I don't think I do. That could go in just for shits and giggles. That doesn't need to, that's all rubbish. That could go in for the starter. That's another band. That is scrap. Right, that can go in, and tools with the gas. Those pliers are bent, but they're the ones that live here. Haven't found that, so that shouldn't be here yet. I can leave that in, I suppose, just in case I need to test a NiCad. That, what's that? Yeah, I know what that is. What in the hell is that from? Yeah, that's rationalised it all down a bit. Yeah, so if anybody's joined recently, wonder what the hell I'm doing, I've just sorted out my flight box. I'm going to get this spare lead acid battery on charge. Put that back in, then that's done for just now. And I've got to figure out what else I'm doing. Hopefully I've got it in the right way. Charge lead, battery charge lead. Yeah, where are we? Never find the one you want when you want it. I suspect someone's tidied it away. Or I did. No, it must be here somewhere because I charged that the other day. Where are you? Oh, that's annoying. Because how am I now going to check? Did he put it up here? No. I don't understand why I can never find the right charge lead when I need it. So if you're wondering if anybody's actually watching now on camera, I'm trying to find a suitable charge lead to charge a lead acid battery. You see lots of connections, Christmas treeing this together. It's a single cell lead acid. Let's see. It's pretty well charged. Let's see what it does. Right, so that's that doing. Right, back, sorry. Yeah, so if anybody does have any questions or comments, see anything here you want to ask questions about, just put it in the chat. If it's on desktop or laptop, put it down that corner. If it's on mobile or TV, I haven't got a clue. But apart from that battery, that flight box is better organised. And a bit lighter. Oh, look, more rubber bands, which are all scrap. That I need to sort out. I need to measure them because they're 6BA and I probably need to get some more.
I'll see you there.
You're away to work, are you? Okay.
Did you get the shuttle sourced?
Yeah, it's just a grub screw to hold the tail rotor on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear because of the miking, but you're just come in and settle low and send to work. Yeah, just a grub screw to hold the tail rotor hub on. It's ready to go.
What are you doing next?
Well, right this second, I'm looking at the bolts for the big yellow thing.
Yep.
So I think I need to get some more because there's only 3 in here, which is handy.
Use 4.
I don't know how many I need, but I know the 6BA are dot metric. So I need to know the size of them, length.
Why are you looking at them? Size for the big yellow thing?
Just because they're in the flight box. I've just sorted out the flight box.
Right.
So they're 10mm long.
Oh, I'll see you later.
Okay. Right. What am I going to do with all this crap? Should actually use one of those rubber bands, shouldn't I, just for holding them together? That'd have been sensible, wouldn't it? Oh, look, there's one. Right. That sounds like the rain has just suddenly come down really hard here. Which I can't remember if it was forecast to do or not. But it has. And is, shall we say. Yeah, that is coming down hard. I don't normally hear it in here. Oops. Right. What's next, Nick? What's next? I think this can be put away for a rainy day, because I'm not going to need that for a while. It's pointless. See, flight box carries stuff you need on a regular basis, stuff you don't need on a regular basis, put away somewhere else. And if anybody's wondering, yes, I'm just putting them somewhere over there out of the way, because I'm trying to clear and figure out what's going on here. And I keep on moving things down. I've got some light bulbs here. Now, that's a thing. So, for those of you who don't know, not here, but a very close person to me had a fire recently caused by a lithium battery. I believe that's what happened. That's what they're putting it down to. Everything was a total loss, which was devastating, shall we say. But moving forwards, the upside of that is it's all insured. From that instant, behind you just now, there's now a big yellow metal cosh cabinet. I call it a flame cabinet. I don't know how flammable rated it is, but it's going to be better than what we had. So all my flammables are now in that. The lipos at the moment aren't there. I don't think you'll be able to see them. No, you won't. But I went through all of my lipos, put them all into a storage voltage, and the really old ones, which I wasn't sure of, my plan is to fully discharge them. Now, by that, I mean slowly flatten them. So I've got some 5 watt. That'll be the close start done already. I've got some 5 watt car interior lights, 12 volt. So my plan, I might even do that just now, thinking about it. My plan is to get some heavy duty copper wire, which I've got down here somewhere. I should have. Where is that? Where would that be? Where would that be? Maybe I won't do that just now. No, won't be doing that just now because I can't see this. Yes, I can see. I'm not getting that out just now. I was going to get some 2.5 mil twin and earth and just cut a length of that, strip it all back, solder a piece onto each end of one of these, and just use this as a discharger, as like a slow discharger for each lipo. I've got a breakout box somewhere. I don't know where that's gone now, which I can plug charge leads into, which means I can then plug any lipo into it to discharge it. That's actually a bit frustrating because I could have done that just now. I can't get easily. I wonder if that's solderable. No, that stuff. Probably Gav. I wonder. Let's try this. Let's try. Snips are in here somewhere. Again, this is another box I need to sort out, which is a box I've been using to carry tools back and forth from the flying field for the maintenance work we've been doing up there. And this is a bit of heavy duty. I think they call this hard line, but it's they use it for high voltage, i.e. electric fence work. So this would go from the energizer to the fence itself, or any points that aren't flexible. So what I want to know is if I can solder this, because I don't actually know what it's made of. And that knife is absolute crap. It's too safe for its own good. And somewhere I've got another Stanley. Bear with me. If this stuff solders or takes flux and whatnot, it'll be good because it's got the right stiffness for it. So this stuff is actually basically double insulated. So you can use it for HV stuff. Right, pretty shiny. Let's get some tools for the job. Gonna need that one. Gonna need that one. I need a soldering iron. Where did I leave the soldering iron? Behind you, typical. Let's see if I can reach it. Soldering iron. Plug. So I'm just going to tip you down a little bit. That should be better. I'll move this all off here. You can all go there, actually. Now, I've got somewhere to sit. Oh. Right, let's see what we can do here. See what we can break. See if we can actually solder to these. Look. So my plan with this is to actually give everything a clean up. I don't know if you better hear that. Hayden's having a grump outside. Not sure why, but it is. Sounds like something to do with the bins. And probably because it's raining. And that's not going to fit in there. Okay. Well, let's try something different then. Let's put that in there. Now, I've got to stress that right this second, I've just bent that. Oh, why won't this work? This is going to be a trial. Nothing more, nothing less. But if it works, great. How am I going to do this? Let's have a think. Flux. Plenty. Pair of pliers just to shape that. Might work. Why not? And I've run out my thick solder as well, so I've got to use several pieces of this twisted together. That's the wrong feckin' solder line. That's the more right one. So yes, for anybody that's joined us recently, I am having a faff around in the garage. We've put the shuttle back together. I'm losing my voice. Put the tail rotor on the shuttle back together, apart from one little grub screw, which I'm waiting to come. And then that will be fully serviceable. Sort out the flight box. And now I'm in the process of, quite randomly, trying to solder some wires onto a car interior light bulb. If I can get a flux on it, it might help it stick. But this is just a trial with this piece of wire. because I don't know what this wire's made of. But if I can get some solder stuck to it and it's a good contact, I can then figure out how we're going to do this discharger. If this works, I know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, if that makes sense. And that doesn't make sense, I know that. But have you got any questions or comments, or why the hell are you doing that, Nick? Just stick them in the comments, chat, live thing. I can see it here on the computer, which I think is a shot on your screen. No, you should be able to see just the keyboard, so it is there. I can see the chat live as we're going. So yeah, if there's any comments or whatever, let me know. And now that we've got a soldering iron that is the correct one, we might be able to do some soldering. Yes, that's going to go nicely. So now I actually want it that way round, don't I? That has worked far better than what I hoped it would. Right. So now I need to figure out how to do the rest of it. And hopefully I haven't blown that bulb, which I haven't. Right, so if I strip this off, right, so now I need another piece like that. It's about that long. I'm sure there's going to be a stripper that can cut this better than me, as in a wire stripper. Lovely. Right, so if we tin that, and we tin, not tin, but flux that. It's not pretty, but it should work. Yeah. So what we need to do now is find the block that I was going to use, which I'm sure I've put safe somewhere. So yeah, it's just a breakout box I used for chargers, I think. I think what I'll do is I'll cut the ends off here and put some heat shrink on them, just to make them safe so I don't short anything out. If we've got some heat shrink the right size, or something that will do, that might do. All right, that should be safe. So the idea now is this gets put into there, so it's bend them back, because I don't think they'll make contact just sitting. Yeah, that's where are my big pliers? Got snips. Where are my big pliers? Where are they? So what I'm trying to do is just bend these over to get a bit more thickness to make contact, but not so much that they don't jam up in the hole, which I think they're going to. Oh, there we go. Kinda. That should work. Right, test. Let's find XT60 charge lead, which I've got millions of here. Got that one. And a random LiPo that I want rid of. This might go bang. Right. So that's actually going to do the job I wanted to do. So now we can safely, slowly discharge this LiPo to absolutely nothing. This is one that's going to be scrapped. This is going in the bin. And I can discharge them so far on the charger, but it only takes them down to a set voltage. I want these to be slowly discharged to nothing. So this is how I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to do it today in here for safety reasons. I'm going to wait for it to dry outside on a slab, middle of nowhere. And I'm going to plug numerous LiPos into this and slowly discharge them all. And then put them in a bin or a box or whatever to take to the dump to dispose of them properly. So yeah, that is going to work. But as it's piddling with rain outside, I can't start the process just now. Yes, pleased with that. Little steps and all that. So that can go over here. And again, I've still got the breakout box if in the future I need that for something else. I've got loads of batteries. loads of batteries. In fact, that's not even the ones I think I sorted out. Where are they? There must be another box somewhere. Oh, don't tell me that's been moved. All right, that's the plan. That's the project for there. Or I should say that's the plan for that project. How long have I been here mumbling away? Haven't got a clue. But it's probably long enough. Did I unplug that? Yes, I did. Right, well, it's all been fairly quiet here. Probably the wrong time of day to be doing this. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for just now. An hour and 44 I've been going, I've just seen. If this is the sort of thing you like, let us know. Comment on this video or any other video saying, yeah, I want more live streams. Or if not, it's crap, don't do it. Brilliant, I won't do it again. Do you want more stuff at the flying field? Do you want more workshop stuff? This is what I don't know just now. If there's more workshop stuff you want, we'll do workshop stuff. I can show you the process for various different things. But at the moment, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off this video just now. Thanks for watching, either live or in the future. I'll see you in the next one.